Brakathy Howell, Brakathy Shai. Brakathy Howell, Brakathy Shai, Brakathy Howell, Brakathy Shai, Brakathy Howell, Brakathy Howell, Bashim Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakak Wadash, double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, true well. Salutations to the hopeful elect out there, you Akim, Tazadakim, that do this thing in the utmost truth and sincerity. On the pre-Shemana, this week's topic is going to be entitled, A Dream to the Hopeful Elect. Number 3, I've been doing a series of these dreams I've had so far in the truth. None in particular order. And, hey man, the Spirit just having me share these, and I think I have a total of 4 I want to do, or this might be the last one. I don't know. Whatever the Spirit have, that's what I'm gonna roll with. This particular dream was very, very quick. It was brief, and in certain dreams, the Most High, what He'll do is He'll have like things, inanimate objects represent animate objects, moving people, or He might have creatures represent societies. Very, very symbolic dreams, if you will, and metaphors. This one is a symbolic dream. In a dream, there was a giant, I don't want to say a bald eagle. It was just a fierce looking eagle, man. A fierce, dirty fucking looking eagle. It didn't look like this eagle in the picture, you know. This is an unclean bird. This is an unclean bird. Eagles are an unclean bird, but they kind of have like a majestic look to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gotta remember, man. This is one of the Most High's creations. Even though this fucking devil didn't associate himself with it. Man, this predator is really like majestic and glorious. You know what I'm saying? It's like an apex bird. It flies above all birds, right? But the eagle that I saw, it didn't have that type of characteristics about it. It was just like this dirty ass fucking bird, gigantic, man. And everything else around it was just black. I could just mainly make out the bird. And as it let out a cry, a fucking snake shot straight through, like immediately shot through it. And the snake pretty much went from the fucking behind of it and came out through the mouth. And it wasn't curled up like this. It was a sharp snake, man. It was a sharp serpent, Just pierced right through this bird, man. From straight, damn near coming from the ass to the fucking mouth. And it was frozen just like that. Just like I would let out that, came right through. And I'm pretty sure you brothers already know what the dream represent. Pretty much this white man, so-called white man, which is identified in the Bible as Esau, Edom, he identifies himself with the eagle. All right, because the eagle is associated with pride because it flies above every other bird and looks down upon it. And that serpent represents the missiles, man. So we're gonna, Lord willing, bring out a few scriptures on that, man, and just, hey, man, the Most High sends brothers all types of stuff, and they, when your body is rested and your spirit's open, spirits, talk to the Most High. The Most High speaks, gives, dreams and such. So yeah, man, a serpent pierced through this eagle very quickly. Now the serpent represents the missiles and the eagle represents, pretty much Esau, Edom. So Obadiah chapter 1 verse 4 says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest amongst the stars, then shall I bring thee down, saith the Lord. Now, this is going into the Esau, Edom. He exalts himself as an eagle. All right, he's saying he's above all beasts. He has a bird's eye view of everything. Nothing could really miss him. That's the proud nature of these devils, man. And starting with the Roman Empire, no, not just the Roman Empire, the Greeks, because they had a god. They had Zeus bearing the eagle. The eagle represented Nike victory. But they always was associate themselves with the eagle, man. The Romans, the Roman war eagle, and different, not just America, but you have different, Russia, Albania, these different Edomites, they like to exalt the eagle as their symbol. To that pride. It says, and thou set thyself, thou nest amongst the stars. The stars represents Israel, man. Israelites. Remember Jacob, son Joseph, he had a dream and he saw his brothers being represented as stars. He also set his nest amongst the stars. Literally, man. Literally putting up space stations and stuff in the heavens. The moment he did that around the 60s is when the Most High said, yep, that's it. Enough of that. I'm going to send my prophet Elijah in the form of Abba Bivens. All right? To let this man know he's going down. It says, then shall I bring thee down, saith the Lord. So this proud, disgusting ass bird, all right? It almost like it was in space, I could say, man. Because it was just complete blackness around it. Started wailing. So minute it did that serpent came right through it. All right, a few scriptures. Another one, Job 20:6. Though his excellently mount up to heavens, and his head reach up onto the clouds. See that? Just like an eagle, right? Very proud of the nature of the white man. Yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? So once this white man go down and go into slavery, he's going to be utterly annihilated after a period of hardcore bondage. Okay? So we see in scriptures, the certain characteristics of an eagle being attributed to a man, specifically the so-called white man, which is Esau Edom. Jeremiah 49:16. Thy terribleness hath deceived thee, and thy pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks. And the so-called white race dwells in the clefts of the rocks, just like an actual eagle too. The eagles, not many creatures could dwell in said nest upon high rocks. The eagle is one of them. It says that holdest the height of the hill. So you seeing right here, the scripture is pretty heavy, man, because it's going into the characteristics of an eagle, but it's really representing man, specifically the so-called white man, because he dwells in the clefts of the rocks, these high rises that they have today, and it says that holdest the height of the hill. An actual bird, an actual eagle, when it nests at the very height of the hill. But the hill also represents government. So the so-called white man likes to set himself above every single body of government. He has to be in it or on top of it, man. He has to be at the peak, and that's what the minds of the elites are, the so-called elites of this world, which are the Rothschild banking family and so on and so forth, the Wahlbergs, which are all Edomites. Thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle. See, so it says you moving like an eagle. I will bring thee down from thence, saith the Lord. So the Most High, just like in a dream of this terrible looking eagle, man. It wasn't majestic. It was just like a dirty, filthy ass looking fucking bird, abominable, unclean bird. Got shot with a serpent. Sorry, I said fiery serpent. The snake wasn't on fire. The snake was actually very sharp. It wasn't curled up or nothing. Shot right through the bird. And the scriptures even breaks itself down, because the 17th verse says, also Edom shall be a desolation. See, so Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished and shall hiss at all plagues thereof. All right. So Esau Edom is being constantly attributed towards that eagle. This is Amos 5:18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You pastors out there, you so-called Christians, think the Most High is coming back to play double dutch and hopscotch and rainbow. No, it's coming back to bring destruction. To what end is it for you? Exactly, because you've been eating pork, committing all types of abomination. You think it's going to be profitable for you when the day of the Lord happens. It's not. The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. See that? Literal too, man. Literal, it's going to be a dark, gloomy day. As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him. You got to remember, in the ancient times, these things actually would happen. You had men that narrowly escaped death by lions, naturally escaped death by bears. Now, we've been going into I opened up telling you that animals can represent people, situations, all different types of things. The lion and the bear represents the tribulations that's about to come. For instance, you might flee the concentration camps and get, hit by cannibalists, So it's pretty much saying you escape one dreadful situation to the next dreadful situation. Or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him. Because this used to actually happen in ancient times. You had snakes that used to actually hide in the crevices of walls and your houses, man. This happened in the ancient times, and it will actually bite you. But that ultimate serpent that it's talking about here is the missiles. So no matter what type of calamity you might escape, if you're the wicked, eventually that fiery serpent of nuclear missiles is going to hit you, man. And that serpent that pierced that eagle, man, is going to pierce all you so-called white people, not just America. Russians, all you Edomites, man. Even you crypto Jews, man. When I say crypto Jews, I'm talking about Edomites parading themselves of other nations, such as the House of Saud, parading themselves as so-called Saudi Arabians. They're Edomites, man. Mosai is going to get every single one of you, man. With that, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone True Well. Shalom.